All right, what's up, everybody? We have some breaking news. I'm all dressed up for me because we were just out eating lunch with the fam, and I saw some bad news that I knew I was going to have to come back home and talk about because a couple hours ago, I'm recording or going live about this update 1:20 p.m. on Saturday. We got this update from Chiefs Digest Matt Derrick, beat reporter for the Chiefs. He said, Chiefs tight end Jared Wiley suffered a knee injury in practice Friday. We'll get an update from Andy Reid around 1 p.m., which we just did, and I'm going to talk about it. But then he said, my understanding is that it is a significant knee injury. Wiley is the second tight end Chiefs have lost this week after Jody Fortson tore his ACL at the end of the Raiders game. Okay, so I knew that was coming down the pipeline, and Andy Reid did confirm at his presser today that on Friday, rookie tight end Jared Wiley had a non-contact knee injury during practice. He, I don't know if he was running a route or whatever, but he ended up falling down at practice. Non-contact knee injury. So this is officially a torn ACL, and this is officially the second tight end the Chiefs have lost to a season-ending injury in about 5 or 6 days. And this is what, the 6th or 7th player the Chiefs have now placed on IR this year, maybe even more. It's just another offensive player that has gotten hurt. Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, Jody Fortson, and now Jared Wiley joins the long list of offensive players that have been added to the injured reserve list. And this is a season ender. This is a torn ACL. Again, confirmed by Andy Reid. Andy Reid just shared that rookie tight end Jared Wiley tore his ACL in a season-ending non-contact injury that occurred during practice. So obviously, he's going to be out. They'll place him on IR. And it looks like tight end, the only other tight end that's available on the practice squad, Peyton Hendershot, is going to be elevated from the practice squad to the active roster ahead of the game. So you're going to place Jared Wiley. I want to make sure I'm not saying Andrew Wiley because I've said that quite a bit, the former O-lineman of the Chiefs. Jared Wiley is being placed on injured reserve, and that should create a spot on the roster where I assume they will sign Peyton Hendershot to the 53-man roster. There's also a chance he's just elevated. He's just a practice squad elevation, which you totally can do. So we'll see which one happens. Either way, if they place Jared Wiley on IR before the game, there is a spot on the 53-man roster for this to happen. And in case you're like, well, who the heck is Peyton Hendershot? I forgot who that is. I had a little write-up on him from when the Chiefs went ahead and traded for him from the Dallas Cowboys right around the trade deadline. They then waived him. He cleared waivers, and they signed him to the practice squad. But here's a little bit of info. I don't have a graphic or anything to throw up. Again, this is breaking news. I'm just going live after coming right back from lunch. I wanted to go live and break this news for you guys. Here's a little bit of the info that I wrote up on Peyton Hendershot when the Chiefs first got him. He was, he was a UDFA in 2022, signed with the Cowboys. He caught 11 passes for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns his rookie year, had a bit of a down year last season. He then went into camp last year competing for a significant role, but fell behind on the depth chart, and Dallas decided to move on from the third-year tight end. A couple things about him. He has logged 400 special team snaps over the last 2 years in Dallas. So you're going to get a guy in Peyton Hendershot that has a lot of special teams experience if you're going to bring him up onto the roster. He had a RAS, a relative athletic score of 8.4 out of 10. He's 6'3", 246 pounds, but again, tested extremely well in terms of quickness and agility. So the thing to note about Jared Wiley being placed on IR is he didn't have a ton of snaps. He was not doing a lot. I mean, his rookie year, okay? Jared Wiley has 1 catch for 7 yards on the year, and then he also didn't log a lot of special team snaps either. I was a little surprised that it was only, if you look at Jared Wiley here, he's logged 94 snaps on offense all season through 8 games, and then he's logged 9 special team snaps, which I wasn't going to be too harsh on Jared Wiley his rookie year. Like, I'm not that worried about production on offense, even though he was a 4th round pick. When you have Travis Kelce and Noah Gray as the first two tight ends, right? That's probably the best, one of the best tight end 1-2 combos in the entire NFL. Noah Gray is an excellent tight end too. He's been extremely reliable. And then obviously Travis Kelce's the GOAT. So I wasn't really like worried about his production, but it is unfortunate that the Chiefs lost yet another player on offense. You are going to get a guy in Hendershot, though, who has plenty of special teams experience, so he can basically immediately contribute there. Pete Sweeney of Arrowhead Pride said Wiley only logged special team snaps in the last 2 games, highlighted by 6 snaps on kick coverage last week. And then he mentions that in 2023, Peyton Hendershot registered 100+ snaps on all 4 phases of special teams. So in the sense of like experience, you'll get a bit of an upgrade, at least on special teams for Hendershot. I am not a fan of another season-ending injury. It really sucks. I hate it for Wiley. You're hurt on your rookie season, and it's just rather unfortunate, right? It's terrible news. Just another hit to the Chiefs offense. Again, was he a huge contributor? No, but did he know the offense, and could he step in case of injury immediately on offense? I would like to say yes. I will judge Wiley a bit more his sophomore year 2, 2025. However, you're going to also have to give him some grace now because he's coming off of a torn ACL. The second torn ACL on the team in 6 days. It's rather unfortunate, but that's kind of the news. And with another hit like this to the Chiefs right before the trade deadline, we'll see what they end up doing because you've just lost 2 tight ends. Both of those tight ends, by the way, are receiving options. Jody Fortson was a converted wide receiver, and then Jared Wiley, he led, I think, all tight ends in his conference. I'm not a big college guy, but he led all tight ends, I believe, in his conference or all of college football in red zone touchdowns. So both of these guys could contribute from an offensive standpoint. You now have 3 guys placed on IR this week, or within the last 2 weeks, rather. Jody Fortson, Sky Moore, and Jared Wiley. 3 offensive pass catchers, we'll just say. Again, were they contributing heavily? No. But is that another hit to the Chiefs offense? Yes. So could they make a move before the deadline on Tuesday, given all these injuries? Could they be making another move? Yes. Do I expect them like a big splash signing or anything or trade like that? No. But again, when you're getting hit after hit after hit on offense with these crazy injuries, this is something that the Chiefs have honestly been able to avoid the last couple of years. They're making these deep playoff runs like pretty healthy. Not a lot of injuries. This year, luck has not gone their way with the injury bug, and they are taking injuries left and right, it seems. Offense, defense, I mean, it almost doesn't matter right now. They are getting hit everywhere. So yeah, a definite a move could be made before the trade deadline. Even before this injury, there was some whispers that, hey, the Chiefs could make another move. Diana Rossini of The Athletic, she said this morning, the Kansas City Chiefs already made their moves, and it was no surprise GM Brett Veach pulled off 2 trades before we even reached the deadline. They added DeAndre Hopkins and linebacker Joshua Uche, but the Chiefs still might not be done. If a wide receiver falls into their laps, I'm told they are going to try to land another one with Sky Moore on IR. Also, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo would love for Veach to get him a young, fast corner. Kansas City is trying to land the final pieces on its mission to a three-peat. And you know what? When Diana Rossini put this out early this morning, she could have been in the know somewhat that the Chiefs experienced another hit to their pass catcher room, wide receiver / tight end room, with Wiley going down with the ACL. Is this realistic? I don't know if anything's going to happen or not. A lot of teams need cornerbacks and wide receivers. I mean, that's a pretty common positional need at this point in the season because of injuries and stuff like that. And I feel like there's been quite a bit this season. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs make a move. We'll see. I don't know that they'll be extremely aggressive. I think in the cornerback room, you've got guys who can step up even with Jalen Watson out. Najee Johnson will probably be questionable for Monday Night Football. Juju Smith-Schuster will for sure be out. And then obviously Jared Wiley out. Peyton Hendershot up or in on the 53-man roster. We'll see if it's just a practice squad elevation or they actually promote him from the practice squad to an active roster contract on the 53. But again, a lot of teams need help. But if you look at the Chiefs cornerback room, Najee Johnson, who will be questionable, he's a guy. Joshua Williams, he's up or down, but Dave Merritt trusts him and says he gets better the more reps he gets, and he hasn't had a lot of on-field reps lately. You also have Chris Roland Wallace. There's some guys. Is it enough? I don't know. Brett Veach and company grade their guys on the inside. They know more than I ever will, obviously, and any of us ever will. But yeah, that is the update. Hey, Cole of the Swag, thanks. I just got back from lunch. I typically, I didn't want to go live and have this big old hat line. So I just left the hat on, and this is the jacket that I was already wearing out. I literally came downstairs to go live to talk about this news. I'm just going to check Twitter one more time and see if there's any other update about the situation. And I don't think there is. But again, I just wanted to fill you in. I felt like it was worth going live to let you know. Just another series of injuries have happened to the Chiefs this week. Sky Moore, core muscle surgery. He had that. He was on IR. Then Jody Fortson, IR with the ACL. Jared Wiley, IR. It's going to happen very soon with the ACL as well. Stay safe out there. We will have I have a podcast episode dropping with Haley Lewis of KCSN after this live stream, so go check that out. That's a premiered video we recorded yesterday, so we're not going to have updated chatter about this injury, which is why I wanted to go live. But I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your Sunday of football because the Chiefs don't play till Monday Night Football. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?